Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Y'all know the drill. I got some fun stuff to talk about today per usual. Okay, so I'm going to state this first, okay? I am sorry for throwing shade at, hold on, let me kill this fan, the FaceTime photo shoots. I kind of threw a little shade on Twitter about it. It's a little ghetto. It's like, why are we doing this? But I got a request from a client to do this because it was a group shoot and 4 out of 30 of the girls weren't able to make it. So we did virtual photography for a portion of the project. So I will say that this experience is kind of dope. Like, it's fun to just honestly be able to be on FaceTime, connect with somebody, challenge your own skills when it comes to direction as a photographer, and ultimately have a good FaceTime call and just chit chat with somebody you haven't talked to in a while. I have a lot of friends in Chicago, artist friends, even Detroit, and so like to be able to connect with them over FaceTime, shoot with them, and just have the same experience is a pretty dope thing. I'm sorry for throwing shade, okay? All right. Now that we got that out of the way, today I'm going to give you guys 5 tips that will ultimately make the FaceTime shoot easier. When it came to the FaceTime shoot, I had no idea where to start, so I had to research different avenues to like make it work. I did have to troubleshoot it first. It is an experience, so you're going to have to kind of like work your way into it, be okay with making mistakes, find what works best for you with whatever you have, okay? So let's dive in. Tip number 1 is going to be to make sure your Wi-Fi connection is connected to your phone or whatever you're using. This is going to make sure you have the clearest picture when it comes to capturing it. You want to make sure that this is clear because it's already a screen, so you know you don't want to capture a blurry face or a blurry movement. You want to be able to capture that sharp image that you want to get. So definitely make sure you're connected to Wi-Fi. I saw that they had like Wi-Fi speeds that you should have. It was like speed 10. I really don't even know what speed my Wi-Fi is, but it is your little mobile Wi-Fi. I have a mobile Wi-Fi just in case I go on location. I got Wi-Fi and stuff, so that worked fine. If you got anything above that, you probably good. Number 2 is going to be 30 frames per second in your phone. So you're going to have the model adjust their image quality, which you'll find this in the camera settings up under video recording. So it's going to be 30 frames per second in 4K. You're going to make sure it is 30 frames per second in 4K, because this is going to make sure that what you see on your end is completely clear clarity when it comes to the image. You don't really have to change yours because they don't need to see you so much in clear pictures, but for them on their end, they have to do the 30 frames per second in 4K. This is going to give you the seamless, like really clean, because honestly, when I was looking for research on this, I was like, how are these people doing this? Like, these photos are like really clear. Like, are they screenshotting them? Are they, because screenshot doesn't work. Screenshot is going to give you that pixelated, blurry look, you know, that you don't want. So definitely make sure 30 frames per second. 4K is what the phone is at. The best phone, honestly, for this project would be the 11. I tried it on, I actually only tried it on the 11. The other 2 shoots that I did were webcam, which were okay, but they were nowhere near the quality of the 11 iPhone. Number 3 is going to be to make sure that your model has a clean background. A white wall works, but also you can get funky and tell them to put up a sheet, some fabric, poster boards. I have a whole video on like inspiring backdrops. I'll link it below, and these are affordable backdrops because I know that your models are not going to want to go out and purchase a backdrop just for this shoot. So definitely check out that video if you want any ideas on what to tell a model to possibly buy for the shoot. 4 is going to be to shoot on a iMac or any Apple products. I did not test this on any Android products at all. This was all Apple. I did the MacBook for my viewing, and I did some on the phone as well, which wasn't as bad. It is a smaller screen, and when you're shooting it with your camera, you will have to crop in a lot more. But the computer and the screen, they kind of came out really sharp regardless. As far as like shooting on a different product other than Apple, I am not sure how the quality will be, because I don't know, this is just what I worked with for the shoot. It came out really clean, very seamless. I was able to go in, add a little bit of texture, add a little bit of grain, and make sure that the image still kind of looked really nice and not so much pixelated. Number 5 is going to be to make sure that you retouch in Photoshop. After you take the pictures on your camera, you're going to want to crop into the images, and I find it best to just do it on Photoshop. I would do it on like Visco or something like that on the phone to keep that pixelated like mobile look, but I really found that doing it on Photoshop was easier. Cropping in, you're able to see a lot better, and to actually do that on a desktop as well, because you're going to want to be able to see like what you're moving to, because the image is going to come out pixelated. So if you are planning to retouch skin, you're going to have to zoom all the way in and make sure that you're not moving pixels that are visible and it looks like you just removed a pimple and replaced it with something that doesn't make sense. So be vigilant when it comes to retouching these images, because they're going to be a little harder to retouch just because it's not a crispy image, so you have to make sure you're not moving those little pixels that you see on the screen. Other than that, this is a really fun way to really train yourself when it comes to guiding your model and making sure that you're giving direction, because the whole time I was doing this photo shoot, I had to constantly tell Dom, like, you know, move me a little bit this way, move me a little bit to the right, and being aware of like what they see, what they view, and just like guiding them throughout the shoot. I found this as a very cool way to learn different ways to guide your model, and even to see if I'm good at guiding a model. Like I've been doing this for a decade now, but it's cool to brush up your skills. It really doesn't make a difference if you've been doing this for 20 years. You can always learn something new, test yourself on something new and challenging, and just have fun with it. Literally the whole time we were doing this, we were laughing, and it was really just a fun time. So I hope these tips help you guys to maybe dive into this FaceTime photo shoot stuff. It doesn't have to be people that are locally in your city. This could be people overseas in different countries. You can really just meet new people and have a good time while you're doing this. So I'll be back with more videos soon, guys. I hope you keep mastering your gaze out there, okay? Anyways, peace.